Hi students, just wanted to briefly review some of the ways that I would suggest approaching the contrasting viewpoints paper, which is one of your major assignments for this 2400 class. As you see, you have to write a paper that selects one of the 11 topics that you see down here, and with that selection of the 11 topics, you have to write a section that introduces the topic and kind of gives research on the topic, and you're going to need to cite sources in there. A section that is in support of the viewpoint. For instance, if it says divorce has a negative impact on children and should be avoided wherever possible, you would find evidence to support that statement. And then you would find evidence that is in opposition to that statement, which is section 3 right here. Meaning that you could find evidence that says, hey, research says that that isn't necessarily the case. For example, this says this, and I'll show you how to go from there. And then in the last section, section 4, you need to write a summary of your views and opinions based on the research, and you can cite research in there as well. It's okay to use your opinion as long as you're able to back it up using research. So let's pick this one. Topic number 1, divorce has very negative impacts on children and should be avoided wherever possible. I'm just going to copy this really quick, and then I'm going to paste it in the Google Scholar search bar, and this is Google Scholar where I'm at right now. Before I do that, though, I want to click on this arrow and I want to put return articles dated between, and I want to pick from 2007 to 2013. That way they're the most recent articles and research on the topic. And then just hit enter or click on that and you see what happens. We have one by Constance Arons. Yeah, Family Process is a good journal. And you're looking for peer-reviewed journal articles, and so I found this one, and so I'm going to click on it to see if we can find it. Typically, if it says PDF up here, I can just use that link, and there we go. There's an article that talks about the consequences for divorce, or for children when it comes to divorce, and let's just look at it real quick. Okay, this one kind of talks about how divorce may have negative consequences, but there are reasons for that, such as father's remarriage. There could be relationship deterioration right here. When children's relationship with their fathers deteriorated after divorce, their relationship with their paternal grandparents, stepmother, and step-siblings were distant, negative, and non-existent. And so one of the consequences of divorce could be if the relationship between the father and the children deteriorates. That's a problem for the children. With that said, now we can take that information and put it in a paper. So we go over here, and if I'm going to make notes, like, okay, this is Arons, and so I'm going to go A-H Arons. Looks like it's 2007 is what it says. And I could make just a simple statement note that says, according to Arons, 2007, when children, let's phrase that a little different, when the relationships between fathers and children deteriorate, that's always a fun word, after a divorce, there are negative consequences for that child. You can put that in your notes, and then you know to put that in the paper. And so I just wanted to show you that right there, how to cite the source. I would then put a full source on here. It looks like it's a journal article. It looked like it was Family Process. So if I were to do that, this is how that would look. I would go, and I think her first name is Constance. Let's make sure I have that down. C-R. So I put the first and second initial. Let's do that real quick. 2007 period. Then I type out the title of the article. Then I type the title of the journal, which is Family Process. Yeah, Family Process. And it's volume number 46. And we need the page numbers. It says its page is 53 through 65, and you see that right there. So I'm going to type that as well, 53 to 65. Only those do not get italicized like the rest of it, so after the volume I just go over here and I hit off the italics. And this needs to be double spaced, and it also needs to have a hanging indent. So you go over here, special indentation, hanging, and it is by 1/2 inch, so that's correct, 0.5 inches. And that's how you do that. And that's my first reference. Here's my statement from that. If I wanted to find more information and write that in the paper, I could as well. But I just wanted to show you how I use peer-reviewed journal articles to write a paper. Thanks so much.